Tonight, after a long day, you might collapse on a couch and feel like you did nothing. You answered messages, you opened tabs, you moved from one screen to another screen, and somehow your brain still feels tired. But for most of human history, a day did not look like this. And the real answer is far stranger. Your ancestors were not working from sunrise to midnight. They were not lazy either. They lived in a world where work, food, play, danger, learning, rest, gossip, and survival were the same day. So what did ancient humans actually do all day? First, erase the cartoon. Ancient humans were not just cave people dragging clubs. Life was hard. Life was dangerous. But it was also intelligent, social, and varied. A day depended on season, weather, animals, plants, and what the group remembered about the land. You woke with the light, not because an alarm rang, because the world changed. Birds became louder. Children stirred. Smoke from last night's fire still held warmth. Someone checked the sky. Someone checked the wind. Someone knew whether today was a day to move, hunt, gather, repair, wait, or stay close to camp. Ancient life began with attention, not panic. Attention. Where were the tracks? Which berries were ripe? Had the water changed? Was anyone sick? That is the first hidden truth. Ancient life was informational. Your ancestors survived because they noticed tiny things. A broken branch, a strange smell, silent birds, disturbed soil, a footprint that told a story. For a modern brain, work often means staring at symbols on a screen. For an ancient brain, work meant reading the world directly. The land was not background. It was the page. In the 1960s, Richard Lee studied the Juhuanzi people of the Kalahari and found that food getting did not always consume the whole day. Later, Marshall Salins called hunter-gatherers, in one sense, the original affluent society. Not because they had many things, because they often needed fewer things. That idea is debated, but it breaks the old myth. Some people left camp to gather plants, dig roots, collect honey, shellfish, fetch water, or search places where food had appeared before. Gathering was skilled memory moving through a landscape. You had to know which plant was edible, which part was safe, when it was ready, what looked similar but dangerous, and how to prepare it. A supermarket hides these decisions. The ancient world did not. Hunting was also not just strength. It was patience, cooperation, and prediction. A hoofprint, droppings, bent grass, or sudden silence could all tell you something important. But hunting was dramatic, while gathering was often more reliable. Many daily calories came from plants, roots, nuts, seeds, fruits, insects, shellfish, and small animals. The old story of men hunting while women waited is too simple. Sally Slocum criticized the man the hunter idea because it ignored gathering, childcare, and cooperation. The ancient day was not an action movie. It was a household, classroom, workshop, playground, and survival system at once. Children watched adults, learned who shared food, copied skills, failed safely, and played near people who knew more. Play was not wasted time. Peter Gray argues that play trains children for real life. Running, hiding, throwing, copying, climbing, pretending, and wrestling were practice for uncertainty. Adults also worked with skill. A stone tool was not just a rock. It was memory with an edge. Nicholas Toth showed how much technique hides inside stone toolmaking. Camp life included constant repair, scraping hides, shaping wood, fixing baskets, carrying water, keeping fire alive, preparing food, watching children, and caring for the sick. These tasks looked small, but small tasks kept people alive. Then there was rest, not laziness, real rest. People talked, laughed, told stories, argued, remembered dead relatives, explained animal behavior, and taught children. Robin Dunbar argued that gossip helped human groups hold together. It was social glue. At night, fire changed everything. Fire gave warmth, light, protection, and a place for the mind to gather. A story could teach where not to go, what animal to respect, what mistake not to repeat, and who you were. So what did ancient humans do all day? They attended, gathered, hunted, repaired, taught, played, shared, rested, watched, remembered, and adapted. They lived in a rhythm where survival was physical, social, emotional, and ecological at the same time. And maybe that is why modern exhaustion feels so strange. Your body was built for movement, sunlight, faces, tools, stories, and real signals from the world. But now it spends whole days in artificial boxes, chasing abstract tasks on glowing screens. Tonight, after a long day, when you collapse on a couch and feel like you did nothing, maybe the truth is not that you did too little. Maybe your ancient brain is tired because it spent the whole day doing something it was never built to understand.